Hello, welcome to the Library of Congress's Chronicling America website database. We are going to do a simple search and show some of the filters and how easy searching can be. Here we are on the front page. You can see right away we have a search pages, and this is the bar that you would do a simple search. Right away we can see we have a few filters. You can choose between searching individual states' newspapers as well as an overall all states newspaper. You can also select a date range in case you're looking for the oldest newspapers, the most recent newspapers, or anywhere in between. I'm going to leave all of our searches at the default setting right now, and we'll see what we get. Now I'm going to search a gentleman named Simon Kenton. He was a frontiersman in Ohio and one of the settlers of the Urbana, Ohio area, which I'm from, so I'm a little interested in him. So we'll type him in and hit go. Searching Simon Kenton, we see that there are 1,267 search results. Now I'm going to also type in Simon Kenton with some quotation marks, and we'll see if that changes our search results, because sometimes adding quotes will make for a more specific search. If you don't add quotes, you might be searching for Simon and Kenton, and so we'd get a bunch of different articles about people named Simon and people named Kenton, but not specifically about Simon Kenton. So we'll see if adding those quotes changes anything. Hit go, and we can still see that we're still getting 1,267, so the quotes really don't matter for this. So looking at these newspapers we've been given, we can now filter a little bit more. We can change the results on the page and look at 20 to 50 newspapers. And we can sort these by the relevance of the information, the states. It would put in alphabetical order. Let's see what happens when I hit state. So now you can see we're looking at Alaska straight away. And it would go all the way down to our last newspapers, which I would say would be Wyoming. We can also look by the title of the newspaper and the date of the newspaper. We can also filter our results by looking for articles where Simon Kenton only appears in the front page. So let's click that and see what we filter from 1267. See, we should get a lower result. So Simon Kenton has appeared on 230 front page newspapers. So to continue our filtering, why don't we now look at just Ohio? I think when we choose Ohio, and we hit go, it's going to remove our front page option. So now we have 236 Ohio newspapers. And just as a little information, Urbana, Ohio is where I'm from, so where I would suspect to find some information about Simon Kenton. So now we've got our Ohio newspapers about Simon Kenton, and I'm going to now do show only front page, and we'll see what happens here. So Simon Kenton has appeared on 46 Ohio newspapers on the front page. Now let's say we only want to look at some of the most recent. Now what we could do is we could do relevant, or we could sort by date. We can also use these date tools at the top to filter. So I'm going to see everything that happened in the 20th century. So I'm going to start at 1900 and go to 1943. Now when we hit go, it's once again going to remove our front page option, but I think that would help because I'm not too sure. So we've got 39 Simon Kenton articles from Ohio newspapers between 1900 and 1943. Now say we want to see the most recent of the newspaper. So we'll choose date, and it's once again going to do this on its own. So now we have Ohio 1900 to 1943, and we are moved around by date. So the first article in the 1900s was from January 26, 1900, the Bellefontaine Republican. And we have 39 results, so we're going to have to look at the second page because we are only having results per page 20. So we'll choose the second page, we'll go down to the bottom, and the most recent article about Simon Kenton was in September 24th, 1915 in the Fulton County Tribune. Now, another thing we can do to filter these, right now we're looking at the gallery that shows the actual image of the newspaper with a highlighted portion to show where his name would be. We can also look at a list version. So now we're seeing all those Ohio newspapers between 1900 and 1943. So in case you specifically, it's easier just to go through a list. I can make it much easier. So I believe we've looked at a simple search and shown all the different type of filters we have, from the states to the dates, a look at how we can shift our gallery, and we can also see the different sorting and the front page and the results per page. So these are all the filters you can use when searching for a simple search on the Chronicling America database. Thanks a lot, and stick around and we'll look at a more advanced search next.